In this video series, we are going to learn about sensors and actuation. So here is the first slide about transducer. So here is a block diagram for transducer. First, we get the input signal. The input signal is given to the sensor. The output from the sensor is given to the processor, and from the processor, the signal is given to the actuator. All the blocks, which includes the sensor, processor, and the actuator, are nothing but the transducer. So together, sensor, processor, and actuator are together called as transducer. So the transducer input is given to the sensor. Transducer output is nothing but the actuator. Finally, the output signal is obtained. So this is the block diagram for transducer. So here is a working principle. The transducer usually converts a signal from one physical form to another physical form. So this is the main purpose of a transducer. The physical forms may be the thermal system, thermal signal, electrical signal, mechanical signal, magnetic signal, chemical signal, and the optical signal. Transducer usually converts the energy. So it is called as energy converter as well. The example for a transducer can be a microphone, which converts sound signal to electrical signal. A speaker is also an example for transducer, which converts electrical signal to sound signal. Antenna also converts the electromagnetic signal, electromagnetic energy into electricity. The strain gauge converts strain into electrical signal. So these are some of the examples of a transducer. So the next one is definition of a sensor. What is a sensor? It is used to sense some external signal. The characteristic of any device or material to detect the presence of a particular physical quantity is called as a sensor. If we want to determine the physical quantity, sense the physical quantity, particular physical quantity, we say it as a sensor. So sensors are different types. So we have temperature sensors, smoke sensors, fire sensors, alcohol sensors, speed sensors are there. So these are the different types of sensors which we are going to learn in this series. The output of the sensor is the signal, which is converted to human readable form. Usually, the analog signal will be sensed by the sensor, and the sensor signal will be given to a microcontroller or system, and then it will be given to and there it will be converted into digital signal. So, so we learned about more detail about sensors. Sensors perform some function of input by sensing or feeling the physical changes in the characteristics of a system in response to stimuli. So the input is usually a physical parameter or a stimuli. As I told in the previous slide, it can sense the temperature. Light sensor is also there. Gas sensor is also there. Pressure sensor is also there, and sound sensors. So these are the several types of sensors which we have. Output is nothing but the response to the stimuli. So these are the images of several sensors. Temperature and humidity sensor. If I want to determine the heatness or temperature of a particular place, then I can use temperature and humidity sensor. Gas sensors. So in industries and also in factories, I can use gas sensors. So there are several types of gas sensors here. The first one is LPG and LPG gas sensor. CH4 is a methane sensor. CO carbon monoxide sensor. These are the several types of gas sensors which will be used in factories and industries. So next one is the ultrasonic sensor. Ultrasonic sensors are used to determine the ultrasonic signals usually. Say for example, if I want to determine the route of a line follower robot, there I can use ultrasonic sensor. CMOS sensor, which is nothing but the camera. Camera is also a type of sensor. PIR sensor is used to determine the presence of human beings. Rain detector sensor. So this sensor will determine the uh, rain. So this type of sensor can be used in agricultural applications. Fire detector sensor. So fire detector sensor is different. Temperature sensor is different. Uh, so if I want to determine fire in a particular place, then I can use fire detector sensor. I hope you would have learned from the video. See you in the next video. Until then, it's bye bye from Radhika.